Here's today's In Touch devotion.
Today's abridged scripture reading begins in verse 1 of Exodus chapter 3. Now Moses was pasturing the flock of his father-in-law Jethro, the priest of Midian. And he led the flock to the west side of the wilderness and came to Horeb, the mountain of God. Then the angel of the Lord appeared to him in a blazing fire from the midst of a bush. And he looked, and behold, the bush was burning with fire, yet the bush was not being consumed. So Moses said, I must turn aside and see this marvelous sight, why the bush is not burning up. When the Lord saw that he turned aside to look, God called to him from the midst of the bush and said, Moses, Moses. And he said, Here I am. Then he said, Do not come near here. Remove your sandals from your feet, for the place on which you are standing is holy ground. And he said, I am the God of your father, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. Then Moses hid his face, for he was afraid to look at God. And the Lord said, I have certainly seen the oppression of my people who are in Egypt, and have heard their outcry because of their taskmasters, for I am aware of their sufferings. So I have come down to rescue them from the power of the Egyptians, and to bring them up from that land to a good and spacious land, to a land flowing with milk and honey. And now, behold, the cry of the sons of Israel has come to me. Furthermore, I have seen the oppression with which the Egyptians are oppressing them. And now, come, and I will send you to Pharaoh, so that you may bring my people, the sons of Israel, out of Egypt. But Moses said to God, Who am I that I should go to Pharaoh, and that I should bring the sons of Israel out of Egypt? And he said, Assuredly, I will be with you, and this shall be the sign to you that it is I who have sent you. When you have brought the people out of Egypt, you shall worship God at this mountain. Then Moses said to God, Behold, I am going to the sons of Israel, and I will say to them, The God of your fathers has sent me to you. Now they may say to me, What is his name? What shall I say to them? And God said to Moses, I am who I am. And he said, This is what you shall say to the sons of Israel, I am has sent me to you. God furthermore said to Moses, This is what you shall say to the sons of Israel, The Lord, the God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob has sent me to you. This is my name forever, and this is the name for all generations to use to call upon me.
In today's scripture passage, Moses needed to know three things. To truly offer ourselves to the Lord with complete commitment, those of us who are believers today also need the answers to these key questions. 1. Who is God? In Exodus chapter 3, God used a burning bush to get Moses' attention and then introduced himself as the God of his forefathers. He reiterated his identity 4 times in this short passage. He knew that Moses couldn't take even the first step of faith until he knew the one with whom he was speaking. Likewise, we cannot wholly give ourselves over to God until we first come to know Him through faith in Jesus Christ. 2. Who am I? Once Moses knew who God was, his next question established a sharp contrast. Okay, I know who you are, but who am I? Isn't it wonderful that the Lord answered Moses' question with a promise? In verse 12, he essentially replied, I will tell you who you are. You are the one whom I am with. And 3, why am I here? My friend, there is only one reason why we're alive today. Passages like Matthew 5:16, Romans 15 verses 5 through 6, 1 Corinthians 6:19 through 20, and 1 Peter 2 verse 12 make it perfectly clear that our job is to bring glory and honor to God by the way we live, the way we speak, and the way we love. Embracing these truths will renew and re-energize your commitment to the Lord. Have you settled them in your heart and mind?